the preparation before the call. We've got, for that specific phone call, we have the knowledge and that you've got to get through the modules and everything before you even begin the program, right? Then you have the question right out of the gate, and then one question that I'll always ask. I always ask this question, and I think what I've discovered is that they really appreciate the question just being asked. And I just simply ask them, so what do you want? And I let them roll with it. You know, and the reason why, once they finish telling me, and almost every one of them, they want to keep their house. So out of the 8 listings you have, how many of those homeowners wanted to keep their house? If they could, they would. They wanted to keep it. How many of them do you think?
All of them would have.
All of them, right?
Absolutely.
So that is probably one of the most powerful points, if anyone, that all of the short sale listings that agent partners are going to get are going to come from a pool of homeowners that want to keep their home. But we've talked with so many, you know, rookie agents when it comes to short sales or whatever, who may say, or who do say, well, I talked to them, they wanted to keep their house, so they blow it off. Well, and that's exactly what everyone's going to say.
Absolutely.
When you ask them the want question, but they have to pass 2 tests on a traditional listing, right? If they want to keep their home, why even spend a lot of time with them? They're not in the market to sell. They have the means to be able to keep their home. There's no distress, so you move on. But we've found that some agents transfer that over to short sales, but there's 2 questions. If they answer yes to one, then the next question becomes, can they keep their house? That's the question that's relevant. And so it's our responsibility to be able to go through the process that's on the training modules to determine for ourselves whether they can or they can't, and then help them come to the determination whether they can or they can't on their own without having to sell them, to guide them to that conclusion. Most of the time, the answer to that question is going to be no.
Right, and let's be honest, I mean, the answers to the questions that they give the call center really is going to determine, I mean, you're going to know. I mean, right. You know, the majority of us who have done a lot of short sales will know whether or not this is really going to be something that they're going to have to do. You know, and I really also feel it's really important to ask them, have you spoken with an attorney? Have you spoken to your accountant? Or do you know the tax liabilities? Do you know, those different options? Because when you can speak to them, even on that level, and they know you care. They, because it's just not about the sale. It's, our caring. When we can do a 3-way with them and say, you and I have talked on this before, is when, I had a situation where, the homeowner was like, well, I'm going through a remodification. Yeah,
this is great. Tell the story because it's a powerful lesson.
Yes, it's, we got on the phone, on a 3-way with the bank. And I asked the bank, I said, okay, that we are going through a remodification. We're 2 months out. Are you going to postpone that foreclosure? Well, no, they run parallel. Okay, so it's
which
all
is going
knowledge.
To be the response.
Absolutely, every case, because they always run, even with a short sale, they run parallel.
That's right.
So, it's knowledge. It's giving that homeowner knowledge right while the bank's on the line with you. And so, in this particular case, I said, okay, so what if we get to the 30-day mark and they're still doing the remodification? Are you going to stop or postpone that foreclosure? No, we can't do that. And I was like, okay, so at this point, I know that homeowner is getting very nervous. And I said, okay, so there is a very large possibility that you may foreclose on that home even while a remodification is going on or happening. Or you might come back a week before and say, no, it's declined, and that homeowner doesn't even have any time to do anything about that decision. Is that correct? And of course they're backpedaling. They don't quite know what to say because they've never been asked, a lot of them, have never been asked, well, I don't know the answer to that. That might happen, So you're going to get all kinds of, situations on the phone. And I said, so let me ask you this. Is it in my client's best interest to short sell this home? Would you support a short sale? Well, we would always encourage that over a foreclosure. There you go. It lets that homeowner make that choice ahead of time. Because let's be honest, they are all scared to death of what happens when that foreclosure happens. Are they going to be kicked out right then and there? Is somebody going to, say cash for keys? What's going to happen? One of the individuals who I had spoken with said, it's the uncertainty. We just don't know what's going to happen. And I said, to be honest, I don't either. And I said, I am not the bank. And I cannot dictate whether they are going to remodify. What I do know is that you have this option, and this option right now. But 1 week prior to, you've only got one option. And that is enough for them to make a decision typically.
Yeah, that's powerful. I hope everyone understands the massive gold nugget that you just gave, where you are actually, when they're talking about, well, I'm in the process of a loan mod, getting the lender on the phone, calling them with the homeowner on the line, and allowing the lender to really tell the homeowner that they would encourage a short sale over a foreclosure, and that they could be foreclosed on right in the middle of a loan mod, so that you're not even having to sell them on that. They're hearing it straight from the lender's mouth. It's powerful. It's a powerful way to be able to, help the homeowner come to terms with reality of what's going on.
And it's not us. It's us guiding them.
Right.
It is not making a decision for them. It's literally taking charge and saying, I'm helping you. I'm even going to go one step further, and I'm going to help you contact the lender. I have the capability to do a three-way. Would you like to get them on the line?
So when you call the lender in that instance, how much time are you spending on the phone?
Oh, with the lender, probably 10 minutes.
10 minutes, okay. So think about that time and then what you get out of it. So that's very powerful.